Forget flight delays. The US is now facing actual layoffs because foreign tourists just aren't coming. Hey, this is Coinrad, and today we're counting down 5 real consequences of the US tourism crisis that Americans are already feeling. Tourists stopped coming to the US, and it's already triggering layoffs, shrinking oil demand, and quietly eroding America's global reputation. Let's get into it. Number 5. Layoffs and reduced hours in hospitality. This is the most immediate and visible impact. Hotels and casinos in Las Vegas, Orlando, and New York have started quietly reducing staff, not with dramatic headlines, but with fewer shifts, more on-call employees left waiting at home, and entire departments shortened to weekend staffing only. Looking at you, MGM Grand, Fontainebleau, and Resorts World, all of whom have confirmed staffing cuts tied directly to lower visitor numbers. Some cocktail servers and hotel cleaners report tips down as much as 40% compared to last summer. And unions like the Culinary Workers Union 226 say they're getting more calls from members whose hours have been cut. And this is just the front line of the problem. Number 4. Tourism trade deficit is growing, and fast. Here's where things get messy. International tourism is technically an export. Foreigners come in and spend money, which flows into the US economy. But this year, analysts say the US could post a $50 billion tourism trade deficit, meaning Americans are spending way more abroad than foreign visitors are spending here. Think about that. It's the economic equivalent of a restaurant losing its regular customers and its owner trying to stay alive by eating out at other restaurants. And when the trade numbers go negative for long enough, the consequences leak into other sectors. Number 3. Oil and energy sector is feeling the drop. Yes, fewer tourists also means fewer people buying gas. International travelers are responsible for a surprising amount of fuel use. Rental cars, road trips, domestic flights. With that disappearing, US gasoline demand has already fallen by 3%, around 230,000 barrels per day. That's not a rounding error. Oil analysts are literally pointing to the drop in tourism as one of the reasons WTI crude has fallen 10 to 11% this year. Fewer tourists, less fuel bought, lower refinery revenue, reduced margins, pressure to cut jobs in energy-producing states like Texas and Louisiana. This is the moment where people usually say, okay, that's bad, but at least it doesn't affect America's global image, right? Wanna bet? And here's where it goes from economic ripple to something much bigger. Number 2. America's soft power is quietly shrinking. Soft power isn't just about movies and music. It's about how people feel about a country. And when fewer foreigners actually visit the US, they stop building emotional connections to it. Right now, favorability ratings of the US in Europe and Asia are sliding. German travel agencies literally report customers saying, "It's too expensive and kind of unwelcoming. Let's go to Spain instead." That might sound like a throwaway complaint, but those attitudes affect foreign investment, diplomatic cooperation, even university enrollment decisions. When soft power erodes, it doesn't scream, it whispers. But the consequences play out for years. But wait, it actually gets worse. Because just when the US needs to fix the problem. Number 1. Budget cuts to tourism marketing at the worst possible time. And here's the punchline. Just when the US should be doubling down on promoting itself abroad, it's doing the exact opposite. Brand USA, the national agency responsible for marketing American tourism around the world, has had its funding slashed by 80%. So while countries like France, Spain, Japan, and even Portugal are running flashy global campaigns saying, "Come visit us," America is basically sitting in a dark room hoping people show up on their own. Less promotion, fewer visitors next year, lower spending, more layoffs, even less promotion. That's not a cycle, it's a downward spiral. So whether you're working in hospitality, in the energy sector, in international business, or you just live in a city that depends on tourism taxes, the US tourism crisis is no longer a warning. It's already happening. Layoffs, trade deficits, energy impacts, soft power erosion, marketing cuts. This isn't about vacation photos. It's about the American economy losing one of its most underrated engines. This is Coinrad. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. More money stories are on the way.